It all began here. One final push. Yes, I'd won. It was over.
I really wonder how you got so close to overcoming me, overcoming calamity. But no, all your efforts shattered as the glass cannon hit the ground. I guess that's just the wonder of you.
Despite my close attempt earlier, I first had to become stronger. The extent of becoming stronger, just nothing short of a mystery. But most of which, I would soon uncover. Now, a core part of the game is echoes, which are the reverberations left behind from tacit discords. Forged from the essence of calamity and lost human spirits, they are just a mere fraction of the Dark Tide's power. But they would serve as the Infinity Stones to my gauntlet, the catalyst to my plan. Though, what's the most efficient way to get them? Oh. What is this portal? Quick and easy echoes. Huh. I could do that over manual grinding if I had less time. But all my echoes were differently colored. No, not physically, but in the menu. They had different rarities, but how could I increase the chances of getting the highest rarity? All my echoes were green, blue, and purple, but the yellow, it felt so perfect, so beyond the capabilities of now. Though I had no idea how to obtain them. After scouring the menu, I finally found the data bank. Here, each unique echo I collected would contribute to levels, and in turn, these levels would raise the chances of getting higher rarities. Crisis averted, just progress, and it would be easy. But here's the problem. I was locked from leveling up. I had the XP needed, yet not all the requirements needed. I had to increase my level. No, not the characters, but my level. There are many ways to do so, but that doesn't matter. Whether it was straight out playing the game or attending a river race, I was stuck so low level. One step closer. All I needed to do now was reach level 40. Then I could unlock more databank levels, right? Well, it's not that simple.
New quest. Head to Jinja and complete the Phase Ascension trial.
No. That voice was too familiar. I didn't know what to expect. Was it going to be like him? Built up for nothing. Huh. Yeah, I know, right? Now my databank was level 20. There was just one level between me and greatness. Finally, I could get 5-star echoes every single time. One step for humanity, one big leap for me. Now I could get echoes, but that was the problem. What echoes do I get? Traversing the lands of the internet in search of help I was, and in the distance, 2 videos stood out from the crowd. One for the build, other for substats. Here's the thing, there are a few aspects to acquiring the echo, all of which are vital. Element. Each echo is categorized into elements, and when 5 unique echoes of the same element are part of the same build, they provide decent stat bonuses. Frosty Resolve would provide me more resonant skill damage and glacier damage, both of which heavily benefit my Carlotta. Main stat. The most significant part of the Echo. For the Sentry construct, crit rate would be perfect. For my 3 costs, Glacier damage outperforms attack percent, and for my 1 cost, attack percent shines throughout. Substat. Basically the fine-tuning of Echoes. These would include crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, resonance skill, and energy regen. If they all had the same chance to roll, this was roughly a 1 in 55,440, or 0.00018% chance. Not to mention that there are low rolls and high rolls, meaning to get the maximum of all of those stats, it would be a 3.9 times 10 to the power of negative 13% chance. That's really low. Don't correct me. I know I'm wrong since this is just a rough probability, and I would probably never roll this in a million lifetimes. Hell, it's probably more probable to win back-to-back lotteries. No, it is more probable. Staring at these numbers, I couldn't care less, since I'm not a perfectionist. Right. But Echoes aren't the only critical aspect of a team. All this time, I'd been neglecting my other members of my team. They really must have started to hate me. Yang, she's great, but she is an error resonator that does not synergize well with my Glacier Carlotta. So why doesn't she? Well, imagine if you ate ice cream alongside drinking hot tea. They're both edible for sure, but don't pair well. Though, why does this matter? Each resonator is categorized into main DPS, sub DPS, and support. Then, much like Echoes, further categorized into their canonical elements that they resonate with, hence the title Resonator. Carlotta does most of her damage from her resonance skill / liberation. Therefore, only 2 candidates are fit for this job, Changli and Jurjit. As of this recording, Changli's convene rates were boosted, so that's who I went for. After all, I could not pass on a 25% boost to my resonance liberation damage. I had exactly enough for 80 convenes, meaning that I could, if needed, pity Changli. As the skies lit up with a bright gleaming yellow, I was so excited to go beyond what was currently possible with my team. Clicking through each convene leading up to it built more and more anticipation. Lion? Moon? Man? It wasn't Changli, rather a misfortune depicted as the 50-50. You see, when convening and you do pull a 5-star resonator, there's a 50% chance to get the one in the banner, and a 50% chance not to. And I bet on the wrong side of the coin. Recouping my losses, I found an alternate universe where another great resonator was in banner. Again, I was at the pity for her. I told myself not to be too excited, for I could again lose the 50-50. I stared intently as the unlock screen played. I felt a false sense of tension run through me. This time, only 5 days left. I could definitely not afford to lose. Shorekeeper! A distinct feeling of relief rushed over me. Not again. I would not want to lose again. Shorekeeper was undoubtedly the best support, providing constant healing and damage amplification with her resonance liberation, as well as insane versatility. leaving the convene page, my final team. Here, all in one piece. Your next line is, but wait, you said you didn't get Chen Li. You lost the 50-50. What is this? I didn't say that I could only toss the coin once, fool. So yet again, I had tossed the coin. When the coin is in the air, you do not know which side it will land on. Very happy I was, but while grinding for echoes, it dawned on me that it was awfully slow. Surely I could go beyond these raids, right? That's when I came across the sweet and sour pork. Delicious in real life, but no matter how much I searched, I could not find its recipe anywhere. Not in shops, not in the local bakery. I was lost. Until I found someone who asked me for resonance caskets, and in turn, they would give me the recipe. Easy. Right? Now, resonance caskets are treasures that have been scattered across the map, all for the sake of progression. I had no idea where they were, as they only showed up on the minimap, and there was no way to quickly teleport to them. So I set out on the journey across Mount Firmament. The hilly terrain crafted unexpectedly hard to reach caskets, not to mention there was no flying. Adding insult to injury, I got caught up on many tacit discords. But was this not my goal to eradicate them? I thought. No, I must focus on what is in hand right now. Many seconds passed, and many minutes also passed. So did some hours. But finally, 50% increase to my echo drop rates. Was this 50% additive or multiplicative? Either way, I was now at 150% of my potential. Whilst grinding for echoes, something kept passing through my mind. Chen Li's fusion amplification. It really wasn't for my team, was it? The dual main DPS was also not working out since Carlotta overshadowed her by tenfold. Regret. The second strongest feeling. But would I lose? Nah. I'd win. So I cut my losses short, and I turned to one of the highest damaging sub-DPSs that just so happened to be perfect for my Carlotta. A painter, quite a successful one at that. Oh, how will a painter be of any help to me? You really underestimate her. She would paint my path to victory. Judge it. She was able to amplify glacier damage by 20% and a further 25% for my resonance skill. At last, it felt like the dust had settled. At last, it felt like I would have a chance against Calamity. I would soon be able to go beyond the level threshold for the phase ascension trial, allowing me to max out the level for my resonators at level 19. This time, I was not scared even in the slightest. This power. I had not felt this powerful in forever. This gave me hope. Even the most minuscule bit would keep me determined. Yes, I felt that the end was near. That I was near the end. Ah yes, it all led up to this moment. It had been a few months since I had attempted this, but if I wanted to win, I would have to perfect a rotation. What is a rotation, you may ask? Well, it stacks up a bunch of buffs for my main DPS. For example, Shorekeeper's liberation would only be of any benefit if I were to swap through all of my characters, hence why I put her first. Jojo would add damage with her liberation, alongside amplifying damage with her echo skill. That extra damage would be advantageous for my Carlotta, consequently killing her second. Lastly, the powerhouse of my team, the one and only Carlotta. With her newfound echoes and weapon, she would output most of the damage. That was my rotation. Not perfect, not infinite, but this power gave me confidence, a shining resolve to pierce through calamity, to go beyond what I have done before. When two parties enter a duel, only one leaves. Yes, finally, it had been done. Just 2 more difficulties left. Let's dance.
In war with time. Load. Art unveiled. My compliment. Surrender. Running won't save you. Not even close. Glory demands more. You've crossed the wrong person. In the name of the Montellis. Insta-painting. A new technique. Witness the art's true form.
Almost halfway. This would be my last stand. I just had to become stronger, right? But no. No, that wasn't it. This was a story. A story of how I began to break a curse. The curse of losing.